It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, it's the final game of Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a good AFC matchup in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. Fields this way up at the 17. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. So a nice run there, and I have to think a strong running game of the playoffs, maybe even more critical than the regular season. And if you go by the numbers, the man they have running it here, he was the best in the NFL.
And since he led the league in rushing yards, I think it means he's going to see the ball a lot in this game, too, because that's what they're built like. That's what they're built around. So I think the offensive line, the tight end, the wide receivers, everyone is coming together, wanting him to get the ball and get it often, and they want to carve some holes out there for him.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On second down. And now a fumble. The ball's out. It's picked up by the Titans. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolded.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
19 Chargers.
Following the fumble recovery, Willis. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for second and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it third and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
On second and 10, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. First and 10 in the red zone. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Willis wants to pass it again. He's able to find Melton. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Willis. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Titans will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Shark. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. He'll get this up to about the 44.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
In motion comes the tight end left. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields this way up at the 17. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Working with a 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and run for it. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They're going to look to throw. Shark's got it left side. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. One of the tight ends comes in motion. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make our score 14-7. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Play fake. Here's Willis. Flush to his right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Finding room at midfield. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. The tight end in motion right. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the 1st down play. So now then the big loss sets up 2nd and 19. Second down throw coming by Willis. And that is incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. Patterson's kick is good. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's got Pierce. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Escaping the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It is certainly becoming rarer by the year to see your franchise guy take a hit like that. The defender couldn't believe he had a shot to light him up. So when you take off and run, you have to make sure you can slide, get out of bounds, anything. Just don't leave yourself open to hits like that.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Back to throw, Willis.
He's going to air one out. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now receiver in motion left.
Willis out of the gun.
And he's got it. Touchdown.
Bo Melton
From 3 yards out.
And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll set up to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He'll send this up into the Nashville skyline, and it's a good one. This is brought in at the 21.
Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards.
And it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. 65 yards.
And the Titans continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead is now 24. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
Fields this way up at the 17.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3 and out.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a net of only 30 here. 40-yard punt, 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. Open man right side is Shark.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Looking to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Taylor will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down. 2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it, as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
To the air on 1st down, here's Willis.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Right back to the air with Willis.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
3rd down, it's Willis.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
110 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Back to throw now on first down. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
On the slant, this is Chark. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor
with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Colts get a bit closer. So the moment is finally at hand. What a season, CD. His 29th rushing touchdown of the year. No one in the history of the NFL has had more in a single season. And congratulations to him. What an achievement.
We certainly had the feeling early in the year, maybe week 2 or 3, where we talked to each other and thought this could really turn into something. But I don't know if either of us thought we'd get to this point. Maybe the best season ever by a running back in NFL history.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
Off the play fake, here's Willis.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The Titans are moving on as we